好，同学们大家好，我们现在去收看的是呢 K.I.S.S 雅思口语1-4月份预测题 Part2 8分示范答案的第15个题了。我们要去聊的是又是一个人物类的题。我们上一个题刚聊完一个人物类吧，就电影里面那个人物。这个题我们要去聊的是呢 Describe a person you have met who you want to work or study with。就是你遇到一个人，你想跟他一起工作或者说一起学习的这么一个人，这个人实际上我们是上个季度已经聊过了，但是我们这个季度重新再去讲解一下，再去强调一下就可以了。那这个题是可以去直接去套用我们的这个万能故事的。我们说这个季度90%的题可以去套用一个万能故事和4个万能原因。如果你想知道怎么去想出来你自己的故事和万能原因，以及套用所有题目的思路的话呢，视频下面是有一个链接的。那这个题目等一会儿我再去给你们示范的时候，因为是直接可以去套用万能故事的题，那我就不会给你做2分钟的完整的示范，你具体主要听的就是呢，我会给你做一个1分钟的示范，示范怎么回答最后一个最主要的题，就是 explain why you want to work with this person。好，看一下我是怎么样去把这个题目去说的，用上这个我们万能故事里面经常说这个强调句，还有就是用了哪些8分必备的这些地道的表达，可以在下面去留言啊。好，我们现在开始这个示范。I really love to work with my dad to create a course to help young people to find their life partners. I think the main reason is that it was him who inspired me to enter into a committed relationship. Without his inspiration, I wouldn't have decided to be with my current partner for almost 3 years' time. I really appreciate his help. So I believe that he must have known a lot of things related to how to find a partner, especially how to find a life partners for young people. Another reason is that my dad used to be a teacher for almost 10 years. I think he has the ability and the skills to stand into other people's shoes. In this case, it will be very easy for him to create something that can really not only help people solve the problem, but it can also touch their hearts. I think that's a kind of course I want to build. That's why I think my dad will be a very good that's why I think my dad will be the right person for this position. 好，同学们大家好，我们现在来去讲解的是呢 K.I.S.S 雅思口语1-4月份预测题目 Part2 8分示范答案的第16个题。我们要去讲的是呢 Describe a gift you got， 你收到一个礼物，以及 How you felt about it， 你对这一个礼物的一个感受是什么样子的。那这个题目是可以直接套我们万能故事的题，我们这个季度有90%的题都可以套一个万能故事和4个万能原因。如果你想去看一下怎么样去想出来属于你自己的万能故事和万能原因，以及套用所有题目的思路的话，视频下面是有一个链接的。那等一会儿我再去做这个8分示范的时候的话呢，因为是可以直接套用万能故事的题嘛，我就直接给你去示范这个最后一问，这样你可以去听到这个重点是什么。我给你示范的就是 explain how you felt about it。我这个礼物呢，就是有一天我爸给我买了一本书，这本书呢叫做 The Mastery of Love。然后这本书的话，就直接可以去套用我那个万能故事，就是我本来的一个困难是，我特别害怕进入一段感情，因为我觉得这个人的 qualities appearance 各种事情都需要去改变，未来都会变，那以后分手了多麻烦。然后后来我看了这本书之后，我就会意识到说，哦，原来选对人就可以了嘛，两个人要是都决定想在一起生活就 OK 了。所以你们会看一下怎么样用这个故事去套用这本书给我的感受到底是什么，我是怎么样去扣哪一句话吧，可以去体现我确实扣住这个题目的，就是 how you felt about it。因为大家经常把这个 how you felt about it 这样的题目的话给说跑题，仔细听一下啊。Describe a gift you got.Explain how you felt about it. I think this book, The Mastery of Love, is definitely the game changer to my life. Because it was this book that inspired me to be in a committed relationship. Without this book, I wouldn't have been together with my life partner for almost 3 years. And I have felt so happy about it. I have experienced the happiness that I've never experienced before in my life, to be honest. And regarding other feelings about this book, I think everybody should consider change their approach when it comes to looking for a life partner, because we tend to focus too much on this person's appearance, qualities, how much money this person earns, and other external stuff. But at the end of the day, what really matters is who you want to be together and whether this person is willing to build a castle together with you. So I hope that this book would help more people to change their relationship as well. 好，大家好，我们现在来讲解的是呢 K.I.S.S 1到4月份 Part2 预测题目8分示范答案的第17个题了。那这个题目的话，我们要去讲解的是呢 Describe a time when you taught a friend or relative something。就有一个时间的话呢，有一个时刻，你告诉了你的一个朋友的一个事情，重点要去说的话，一个就是呢，你感觉这个就是你教了这个朋友的一个事情，然后重点就是说你对这件事情的感受是什么样子。这题也是可以去直接套我们的万能故事的。那因为在去套的时候稍微有一点点复杂，所以我会去给你去演示整个2分钟套一个过程是什么样子的。那这个季度有90%题可以套用一个万能故事和4个万能原因。然后如果你想知道怎么样去想出符合你自己的万能故事和4个万能原因的话呢，视频下面有具体的链接可以去收看一下。然后等一会儿再去听我套题的时候的话呢，简单说一下我的这个万能故事，就是以前我比较害怕找男朋友嘛，因为我怕分手，然后后来的话我就克服了这个 fear 了，然后我最终决定去找一个就是我可以2个人都愿意在一起过日子的人然后等一会儿再去听的时候，你要去听一下，就是我怎么样去用上这个强调句，因为我们说强调句特别容易帮助你去考到8分。还有一个就是我还用了哪些8分的地道表达。好，现在可以听一下这个故事了啊。About a year ago, my best friend Amy was very frustrated about whether she should be together with her boyfriend or not because her boyfriend was about to leave Thailand soon. I taught her a skill of deciding whether she should be together or not. So basically, I taught her that based on my own experience, all you need to figure out is whether two of you are on the same page about your future goals and whether you have the same values. And another important thing is that whether both of you are willing to build a castle together, which is the representation of a relationship together. So she took my suggestion. She ended up being with her boyfriend. They've been together happily for almost a year. I believe this result was very good. Regarding how I felt about this experience. Oh, by the way, she also mentioned that actually it was my suggestion that helped her to figure out who she really wanted to be with. And she really appreciated my help. Without my help, she wouldn't have been in this wonderful relationship. Explain how I felt about this experience. I'm very grateful for being able to help her. Another feeling is that I feel that I have a lot more to offer to other people than teaching Chinese how to improve their English to pass the IELTS exam. Actually, I have been feeling very frustrated about that. It seems that IELTS is the only thing I'm capable of helping others. So sometimes I would feel that I couldn't make a big difference to other people's lives. But from this experience, it gave me more confidence of creating other types of content on YouTube channels so that I could help more people in the future. 好，同学们大家好，你现在去收看的是呢 K.I.S.S 雅思口语1到4月份 Part2 预测题目8分示范答案的第18个题了。我们要去讲解的是 Describe a piece of good news that you heard about someone you know well。这题稍微有点绕，就是你听到了一个消息，一个好消息，是你知道的一个人，然后又知道比较了解比较好的一个人，就是你比较熟悉这么一个人。这是不是跟咱们那个17题是一样？17题就是说我帮我的一个朋友 Amy 找到决定跟她的男朋友在一起吧。那我这好消息不就是 Amy 决定跟她男朋友在一起这件事情吗？但我们会看一下哪些地方稍微有点不一样，就是你觉得这个感受。How you felt about it？ 你对这件事情的感受是什么？就是说你对于这个新闻的，你听到这个消息的一个感受到底是什么？那这个题的话和刚才那个题刚好就问 How you felt about the experience 吧？你对于这个事情的一个经历，对于这个经历的感受是什么？所以这2个题是一样的。所以等一会儿我给你示范的时候，只示范这个最后一个题，仔细听一下这个题和上面一个题 主要再去回答说区别是什么样子，这样才可以去避免跑题然后我们这个季度90%题可以套1个万能故事和4个万能原因，我每次都要重复这个。如果你还没有去看我们那个套题的那个部分的话，视频下面是有一个链接，可以去看一下怎么样去想到你的万能故事和4个万能原因。好，现在你就可以去听一下这个示范答案了，只有1分钟就是只是仔细听这个最后一问到底是什么啊 ？Describe a piece of good news that you heard about someone you know well. About 6 months ago, my best friend Amy told me that she decided to be with her boyfriend instead of breaking up with him. Regarding how I felt because I helped her make the decision, explain how I felt about it. I was very happy and excited to hear about this news. I was also very grateful for the fact that I had the ability to inspire her to make the decision. Another feeling was that it made me felt that I had the ability to make a difference to other people's lives. I was more capable of, I had the ability, let's put it in this way. I had the ability of offer more things than helping people improve their English to pass an IELTS test, which made me feel that I had become a more capable person. And it also gave me more confidence of sharing different types of content on social media so that I can help more people in the future. 这就是最后一问的回答啊。好，同学们大家好，我们来去说的是呢 K.I.S.S 雅思口语1到4月份的预测题8分示范答案第19个题了。我们要去说的这个 topic 是 describe something you did that made you feel proud。你做了一件事情，让你自己感觉特别特别骄傲的一件事儿。这事儿就是我的那个万能故事吧。我最终找到男朋友的这件事情，就是我用了一个什么方法找到男朋友的一件事情啊。这个题的话是可以直接套用这个万能故事的。我们这个季度90%题可以套用万能故事。那具体的思路的话，在这个视频的下面有具体的讲解以及套用所有题目的这个讲解。等会儿听我示范的时候，重点去然后再去强调一下我的这个万能故事的话，肯定和你们每一个人都是不一样，所以一定要去看那个视频，看看是怎么样想到你自己的这个万能故事的。那等一会儿会给你做一个2分钟完整版本的示范。听的时候的话，重点是听我怎么样把我这个万能故事去套用在这个故事里面，回答最后一问就是 Why you felt proud of it， 就是你为什么觉得你对于这个决定是一个让你觉得很骄傲的这么一个决定。然后如果你发现任何的一些8分地道表达的话呢，这个表达包括词组和句型也可以放在这个视频的下面，大家一起讨论一下啊。好了，我们开始了啊。Around 3 years ago, I finally overcame my fear of being in a committed relationship. I made the decision of being with somebody for the rest of my life, and luckily enough, he decided to be with me for the rest of his life as well. How difficult it was? It was kind of difficult because I had to give up my permanent residency in Canada in order to be together with him. For how I did it, it was a very tough decision because before I met him, I was very afraid of being in a committed relationship. I thought that there were so many things that were unpredictable in a relationship. My partners, my boyfriends, like appearance, qualities, and jobs, everything would change. Maybe I would change one day. So I was very afraid of being in a serious relationship. How I overcame it was that I came across a book named The Mastery of Love. In the book, it mentions that the most important thing in a relationship is to make sure both of you have the same values and you are on the same page about your future plans. And also, it's more about choosing the person instead of this person's qualities or other external stuff. And that was like an awakening moment to me regarding why I felt proud of it. I think the main reason was that it was just not a conventional approach to look for your life partner, because most people would write down a list of requirements for their future partner. whereas I decided to choose somebody that I fell in love at first sight. That's why I was very proud of myself, and also I overcame my attachment issues that had been bothering me for almost decades. 好，同学们大家好，我们现在去收看的是呢 K.I.S.S 雅思口语1到4月份预测题目 Part2 8分示范答案的第20个题了，快讲完了啊！这个20个题讲的是呢 Describe an unusual meal you had， 你吃了一个非常不寻常的一顿饭。这个题实际上可以套我们万能故事啊，这个万能故事就是百搭，我们从13题已经套到20题了吧？这个季度94%题可以去套用这一个万能故事和4个万能原因。如果你想知道怎么样去想到你自己的这个万能故事的和万能原因的话，视频下面有具体的一个链接，带你去套用了这个所有的题目，以及告诉你怎么样去想出来这个思路。等一下去听这个故事的时候的话，你需要重点听的是呢，我怎么样去用上这个强调句的。那还有呢，就是我用了哪些8分的地道表达，可以在这个视频下面留言。大家一起来去讨论一下啊！好，我们现在就开始去做这个示范啦。Describe an unusual meal I had. That must be a remote meal I had with my dad about 3 years ago. That meal ended up becoming a life changer to my life. It sounds a little bit exaggerating, but it was a conversation that happened during that meal that inspired me to be in a committed relationship. Without that meal, I wouldn't have, or maybe without that meal or without that conversation, I wouldn't have been with him for almost 3 years' time. Let's talk about where I had it. I had a meal. There was one day that I called my dad when he was in China, whereas I was in Thailand. I had a meal at my home. While he was having his dinner at his home. Explain why I think it was an unusual meal. Because during this meal, we discussed about some difficulties that I met in my life recently. Then I brought up the topic that recently I had a feeling towards some guy, but I was very afraid of being in a serious relationship because I had some attachment problems before, and I was also afraid that one day he might change, or maybe one day I might change. He said that being in a relationship is all about choosing the person instead of this person's qualities and appearance. I still remember this sentence. Whenever I talk about it, it still gives me goosebumps, man. It's just so inspirational. It helped me let go all the fear that I had before. And another reason is that